Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I said this on a few occasions, and that is, once you pump weapons in Ukraine, and I don't think you control where those weapons are going to, you can be 100% certain that those weapons will not end up in the hands of some organized crimes, cartels, or simply some groups that will form and will have their own agenda. Moreover, these guys are calling for Ukraine to become a member of the European Union. That means kind of like a checked travel through Europe from, if you want to go from, let's say, Ukraine to Germany, you can just hop in a car and go over there, and there will be no visa restrictions or anything like that. So I foresee that after this thing in Ukraine ends, regardless which way, with the victory of NATO or with the victory of Russia, which is Russia will not collapse. That's the victory of Russia. And NATO will say, you know what, we're screwed economically, so we have to time out. That's the only way the West will lose against Russia. And Russia will lose only in one way, if Putin and about, as I said, 300 people would be just eliminated in 1 or 2 days. You can't allow more than that, because that would allow people to organize, and then you're going to have some groups having nuclear weapons, and then it's all done. So what's going on here? We have the country of Bulgaria, and in Bulgaria the chief prosecutor was targeted by a bomb. Well, things like this I don't remember happening in Bulgaria in my lifetime, and I don't think it ever happened in Bulgaria something like that. I know that something like this used to happen in Belfast or somewhere, I don't know, in Ireland, Northern Ireland, places like that, or in Beirut, in Middle East, over there somewhere. Those were the locations where I sometimes heard about, bombs. Except, areas where, like right now, you have Ukraine doing that to the Russians in Russia. And I think that this little event, which is not little though, I think it's a massive sign that this organized crime will expand. Will expand because they will have the potential. I don't know if these guys have the explosive before Ukraine war started or after. Nevertheless, it happened now, and I'm suspecting that there will be people and organizations and interests that will try to settle scores with, adversaries or with people that they don't like. I have to tell you a little story. I mentioned it before. When I was a student here in the United States of America, and I went to a university, I attended here. It was a speech that was, then the Senator Levin of Michigan came to campus to deliver a speech. And he showed up in this, it was not a big meeting, not a big procession or anything. He showed up with his hands in the pocket and walked inside the room. I couldn't see any secret services around or anybody that would protect him. You could go and ask him questions. He held his speech and then he left. I saw him walking out. And I wonder, oh my God, look at this guy. This is a US senator. Just walks like this. Wow, that's a very, very safe environment here. Well, I don't know if, let's say, you would have a certain politician in Europe, insulting, I don't know, whomever and whatever, be it a religious figure, be it social figure, being something like that. And I don't think that he would walk out as Senator Levin did from that room. Or he would walk out, but I don't know if he's going to get to his car and so on. So this is a very dangerous change, and I suspect Europe will see more and more things like this from east to west. So let me show you this article here. I don't want to be, how should I put it, I don't want to scare anybody, but when you foresee something and that happens, you can't but say, well, I was right and I'm waiting for more. And not that I'm like eager to see it, but it seems like we're going in that direction. Now these guys have the means. I don't know if they had it before, but maybe now they have more than they had before, that's for sure. Russia Today, EU states chief prosecutor targeted by bomb attack. The Bulgarian authorities have vowed to find the culprits behind the roadside bombing. This is from May 1st, 2023. Bulgarian Prosecutor General Ivan Gashev was the target of an assassination attempt on Monday morning, authorities in Sofia have said. A roadside bomb detonated as Gashev's motorcade was driving by. I gotta tell you, this was a mild attack. These guys could have used a bazooka, or they could have done as it happened to, what's his name, Khan. Remember Khan from the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, that he was shot by the guys with AK-47s? There were about 4 of them and only one shot him and all that. Remember that one? Well, Imran Khan, the former Pakistani Prime Minister. The incident happened at around 11:45 local time as Gashev was returning to Sofia from nearby Samokov. As his motorcade made a tight turn, the bomb planted by the side of the road went off, Deputy Prosecutor General Borislav Sarafov told Bulgaria BNT TV. This reminds me, the one with the tight turn. What was his name? It was that Nazi chief in Czechoslovakia. What was his name? Wow. You remember that guy? He was riding in his car without a, it was a, how do you call it? Open, and he was just assassinated by people, same. And Heinrich, I can remember his first name. He was the chief SS guy after Himmler. Tall guy, is buried in Berlin, I think. His grave is unmarked. It was dug out a few years ago. You can find that. Anyway, this Heinrich, he was assassinated like that. Tight curb, took the same road all the time from his house to wherever he went, and when he turned it, these guys came and plop, and he was done. I think it was a bomb. It was not plop. But anyway, you can look for this Heinrich. So the same thing with this guy. Tight turn, boom, bomb right there. So we have here, according to Sarafov, the bomb was intended to kill, not to intimidate. He said the device was stuffed with shrapnel and had the equivalent of 3 kilograms of TNT in explosives. The explosion left a crater 4 meters wide and 40 centimeters deep, but miraculously no one was injured. The Interior Ministry has opened a terrorism investigation and vowed to track down the perpetrators. The threat to the life of the health of every Bulgarian citizen is unacceptable, and our actions are and will be in defense of the people, end quote, said the Ministry Chief Secretary Peter Todorov. Well, I don't have to go further to read what's going on here. My point is that I suspect things like this will happen in the future. More than 3 kilograms of TNT, whatever, power. No. It's going to happen with, how do you call those? I can't remember now how you call them. But anyway, with bazookas, regular bazookas. And I don't want to give any ideas, but a lot of people can think of many ways to create problems because the Western countries have a free society, and unfortunately they deal with certain people who do not understand that, and in their goals to achieve whatever they want to achieve, they could do all kind of things. Now, I don't want to be a little bit of scare anybody, but remember those, for instance, Just think of this example. It's not, I know it's an exaggeration, but imagine that those people who just destroyed those pieces of art for the environment and again against the big oil, they came and destroyed some paintings. Imagine those guys would have had, I don't know, the means to blow up a museum with all those guys, or I don't know, maybe a refinery. I mean, it's the thought, but these guys did not have the means. Well, and those guys are just some teenagers that probably never had a job in their lives, and they don't know what the fuck is going on in this world. But anyway, they are full of passion, but their room is dirty. I don't know if they have matching socks or anything, or if they wash their underwear. Or anyway, those people could get into that. I have an article with a guy who walked his dog in a park, and he didn't pick up his dog's poop, my bad. And there were some teenagers that is below 18 years of age, and they beat him to death. They beat the children, adolescents. They beat this a 35-year-old, I think it was, to death because he refused to pick up the dog poop. Now, what should we do? Ban dogs? These guys were environmentalists. That's why. So you know what I mean? Imagine those guys would have had something else and would think a little bit bigger than that. So, we have a situation here where the means will come from Ukraine. Big means, not pak, 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 boom, 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 3 kilograms, 3 kilograms. You know what I mean? But anyway, I will keep you posted because it's going to happen again. It's going to happen. It's going to move towards the Western world more and more because there's a lot of people who have big problems and the means come from Ukraine. And not only, I don't want to blame Ukraine as the sole pinnacle or nucleus of armed distributions unaccounted for, but definitely it's an infusion of unaccounted weapons going into Ukraine. That's however you want to take it. You got to be naive to believe that every little thing over there is counted and Gigi, you take this, Mikey, you take this, hey, you're dead, I'm going to take your weapon, put it back there, clean it and give it to the next one or something. But anyway, this is it, my friends. I hope, I don't even know what to say because it's like I'm waiting for something that I am 99% certain will happen. It's like the environment is created, the means are there, crazies are available, and is this attitude of violence. I know silence is violence. If you don't do what I say, I'm gonna just do this, I'm gonna destroy this, I'm gonna blow up this, I'm gonna ruin those pieces of art. What the hell? If you start from there. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.